This is Turnips and Tornadoes. I'm Joanne.
I'm still Dan, still here, still helping. What are we making today?
Well, our last video was a breakfast video.
Yes, it was.
Tofu scramble. And we're going to make another breakfast video.
Good.
This one is a carrot cake baked oatmeal. It's not carrot cake.
No.
That's just the name of the one.
It's just to get you to click on it.
There you go. There you go.
There's carrots in it though, right?
There are carrots in it.
Okay.
But nothing like carrot cake.
Remember growing up, and you even did that. It's kind of a special treat to have breakfast for an evening meal.
Yes.
It's like, we're going to have breakfast. Yay!
Yes. You know, I don't remember if we ever had.
Oh, Mom did.
But we certainly did with our kids.
We'd have pancakes and sometimes waffles and stuff like that.
Not
and
fair.
It was fantastic. Didn't happen that often.
Okay.
But it was a big treat.
Yeah, and back then, most of the time, people did cook breakfast.
That's true.
Maybe that's why you didn't have it very often. I don't know. We had the same breakfast pretty much every single day. Maybe that's why my mom did say, I'm not making that again today. I don't know.
What was your normal, everyday breakfast?
Cooked eggs, bacon or sausage. Let's see, she did not make biscuits. I think we did occasionally have canned biscuits.
Okay.
But toast,
That's neat.
but basically eggs and bacon or sausage.
Still, a lot of people would say, yum.
Lucky.
But if you have it every day and you're a kid,
yeah,
it gets old.
I do remember Sundays we did have pancakes.
Oh,
I do
good.
remember that now.
Oh,
And that
that's
was
neat.
a big deal.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Absolutely.
All right, what's going to be my assignment?
Okay, you're going to start with the dry ingredients.
Okay.
So you need, in this bowl, you need 2 1/4 cups of oats. And
Okay.
these are our very favorite oats. Bob's Red Mill Extra Thick Rolled Oats. They are so good. They're not cheap.
Non-sponsored endorsement,
Yes, yes.
unless Bob wants to give us a call.
Call us, yes. Okay,
How
so
much
2 1/4 cups of rolled oats.
Okay.
And I've never made it with these extra thick, so I hope it comes out good.
find
I
out.
think it will. I think it will.
So you get extra thick or you can get the regular ones.
I can't think what else other choices they have, but yeah.
And a quick oatmeal wouldn't work probably?
You couldn't have extra thick quick because quick is a real thin oat that will, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to start on the,
Did you say 2?
yeah, 2, that's close. And I'm going to start with 1 1/2 cups lightly packed shredded carrots. And the recipe I derived this from didn't say what type of grated, so I went with a super fine grated carrot.
Okay.
I figured that would be better than it being too thick of a carrot and it not cooking through.
And you manually grated that. You didn't get out your food processor.
I did not get out the food processor. And it really didn't take too long either.
You like the food processor, but
I do.
it is a cleanup.
It's a cleanup, so it needs to have a payoff for having to clean it up. Sometimes I'm so glad I have one, but a lot of times I just don't do it. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 1/2 cups unsweetened almond milk. Now this is a plant-based recipe because we're using almond milk, but this could be you could use regular milk. It does not have to be a plant-based recipe.
Right.
Yeah, but it's what we prefer anyway. Okay, so 1 1/2 cups.
Here's a
No,
cup.
2 1/2 cups. Yeah, let me just use that same one. 2 1/2 cups of almond milk. And you could use something besides almond milk too. You could use some of
You
the
said
other
I was on the
plant-based
dry
milks.
today?
You are.
I'm kind of dry right now.
Well, you just take care of that. Okay, let me do this and then I'll give you your next one so I don't mess up.
All right.
It's easy for me to get distracted. So that's 2, and then I want 1/2 cup. 2 1/2. This particular almond milk, we just tried it a week or 2 ago. It's a Great Value, which is a Walmart off-brand. It is so thick. It's kind
It's
of
about
nice
$1 cheaper per half
It
gallon.
is cheaper, and it's
than
good.
the other stuff, so
it's good.
we like it.
Okay, so now 1 1/2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And here's
Okay.
a 1 and a 1/2.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to move on with 1/3 cup pure maple syrup. This is a good recipe for taking to work with you. If you take your breakfast to work with you and you heat it up in the microwave, I used to do that almost every day at work. 1/3 cup. So you said this is 1/2 or 1/3?
It's 1/2.
Okay, don't want that one then. Okay, 1/3 cup, okay.
Our measuring cups have kind of
I
gotten-
know.
You've been cooking too much.
They're worn out. Yeah, I need to take a break and let them cool off. Did you do 1 1/2 cups? 1 1/2 teaspoons?
Yep.
Not 1 1/2 cups of cinnamon.
Right.
Okay.
So this is, I'm trying to figure out what this is going to look like, and so it'll be like almost like a granola bar type thing?
Not at all.
Not at
It's
all.
a very, very wet, like an oatmeal. So it's like an oatmeal, just has all these other ingredients. And when we take it out of the oven, it's going to be we'll have to spoon it out. But later, because I used to do this at work, later you refrigerate it and you can cut squares of it.
Okay.
It's still very soft. It is an oatmeal. Okay, so you did 1 1/2 teaspoons cinnamon.
I did.
Now do 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder. So that gives it a tiny bit of lift, but not very much because not a lot. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla now. Do we confuse each other doing?
No, I just hope we confuse our followers that are trying to do this
True.
because they may not be doing it with 2 people.
That's true.
So again, the ingredients listed as the very first comment pinned to
Yeah.
the front. People will still ask me, "Where's the recipe?"
Yeah,
It's
right,
the first
right.
comment.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stir mine up. Let's see. The way I make it. Okay, so when do we add the raisins and walnuts?
Smell that cinnamon.
Don't you love? I
Oh.
love that. Okay, I see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stir up the wet ingredients. So you finished with cinnamon, is that right? Or baking powder?
Both.
Okay. 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt. I love when it signifies. I think I kind of changed this recipe around a little bit, and so I went ahead and put which kind of salt, so you know which. Sophie has the
The
oatmeal.
empty oatmeal package. She is having fun.
That
with
will
it.
keep her busy for a while. She's so funny. We have an ottoman right outside of our kitchen in the living room area, and she sits on that ottoman and stares almost all the time.
She
for
can
the
almost
video.
see on top of the island here,
Yeah,
so she
yeah,
loves.
yeah.
That's her perch.
And then we have to watch because then she'll kind of meander over here and get behind us. But mostly she sits over there and watches.
How about some ginger?
Okay, ginger. It would be better if we had grated fresh ginger, but I don't have any. So, and if we were doing that, we would put the ginger in the wet. But since we're doing dry ginger, only 1/2 teaspoon, no more, because ginger is strong. I like ginger. You might even go a little bit less, maybe. Okay. So you have done oats, cinnamon, baking powder, salt, and ginger, right?
That's a little bit less.
Perfect. Perfect, honey. And I've done carrots, almond milk, maple syrup, and vanilla. Okay, so here we go. Now I am going to go ahead and put mine into yours.
Okay.
It said large bowl. I'm not so sure we need it like this big.
Yeah,
No.
well.
Never hurts.
Better too big than
Yes.
running over the sides.
Okay, so go ahead and stir those up, please.
Let me just say for the record, this does not look good at this point. It looks like very...
I have a little job that I need to get done while you're doing that.
Okay.
I toasted some walnuts. It says 1/2 cup of walnuts. I always cheat a little bit on the nuts and put a few extra, most
more.
always.
When you
And that's-
toast the walnuts, you just put them on a cookie sheet type thing, and about how long?
At 350 for about 10 minutes.
Okay. Would there be a noticeable difference if you didn't
I
toast
think
your
there is.
walnuts?
To me, there is. Okay, I'm going to chop these pretty finely so it'll go all through it. That looks good. Smells so
It
good.
smells good.
It doesn't look good.
Not right now. As we're recording this, there are storms about 50 to 75 miles west-northwest of us. So we're halfway kind of watching the radar to see if we need to cover up the plants or what we can, because we would sure hate to have hail.
Right, because they're saying up to tennis ball size hail
Yeah.
is very possible.
Yeah,
Not good when you got the garden up.
you can't trust those weathermen. It's a potential is there for
Yeah.
that. So we'll hope and pray that nobody gets injured and nobody has damage. But Again, we'll cover up what we can. We have probably 15 laundry baskets. If you got a garage sale, those are good things to have. We use them, we put over plants when we first transplant them to cut down on the wind, cut down on the shock because of the direct sunlight on that. And then if you're having cold weather, we throw it over and put a sheet on top of them. Or if they're going to have hail, we'll cover them up. But
That has worked very well.
yeah, and so we just use old laundry baskets, and we've collected those over the years.
Would you
so
say we have how many, you think?
I'd say 15 to 20
Yeah.
old laundry
We
baskets.
just keep them up in the
Cracked,
attic when
keep
it's
'em up
not
there.
storm season.
That's
so.
right. So that's what we're doing right now, if you're wondering. All right, your
Okay.
walnuts are toasted and chopped up.
Okay, how thick is this? Pretty thick.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not
Okay,
bad.
go ahead and put it in here. I'm going to go ahead and do it like the recipe I'm kind of following.
How big is
says
this
to put-
pan?
This is about what was it? This was about,
You want me to go get the tape measure? Why don't we put it on the screen right here?
okay, 7.5 by 11, I think.
Okay. That's not a traditional size, is it? Is that a little
That's
bit
a
of an
weird
oddball
one.
size?
Yeah, I think my sister gave me that, and she got it at like a garage sale or something. I've never seen that size anywhere, and I
Thanks,
love
Vicky.
that. And I love that pan.
Okay.
See, I would have put so now next is going to be raisins and walnuts or any kind of nuts you like to have in it. Next, that's what's going to go in. I would have just mixed them in, but I'm going to go ahead and do it the way the original recipe did it to see if it makes a difference. It says to put it in. Yeah, go ahead and smooth it out real good because we're going to sprinkle these on top and then we're going to kind of smush them in there, which it doesn't make much sense to me.
Well,
But
we'll try it.
we'll try it. We have not made this. I've only made this once or twice and it's been a long time.
Speaking of that, if you have some ideas of some things you'd like us to make on the channel, we have now about 50 different videos and we still have more, but we'd rather be making what you would like. So if you have something that you want to suggest, leave that in the comments. And we've been following up on comments. You've done a good job of going back in there
Yeah.
and looking at those.
Try to, especially on recent videos. We try to go back in there.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think
Smells so good.
I think it's as good as it's gonna look.
I don't think that's a great endorsement. Okay, so we're going to sprinkle it said a half cup of raisins. I've cheated and put a tiny bit more because I love raisins too. If you didn't like raisins, because I know a lot of people don't, you could instead put
What about cranberries?
Dried cranberries would be great.
Okay.
And when I thought I might be out, that's what I was going to do.
There's gonna be
And
your
I'm going to
fallback.
sprinkle this. So this is really easy and quick.
You preheating your oven?
Yeah, preheating at 375, and it's going to cook for up to 37 minutes. I know that's very
It's
precise.
a very odd time.
I know. So what the original recipe said was to kind of smoosh this down in it. So I really don't get that, why.
Maybe in the oven it would toast the top and cook the
Maybe.
tops, and
I
so
maybe
you want
said
those
that I
submerged them.
toasted the walnuts. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. See, I think it looks looking good.
I bet it'll taste delicious.
Oh, jeez. And this was, did I say a greased pan?
I can't recall if you
Yeah.
said that or not.
I did
You spray some
previously spray. I sprayed olive oil, which is a little weird, but
vanilla. Did you put that in yours?
I
You
certainly
did that
did.
in your wet ingredients.
Yeah.
So I think that's it.
yeah, I think so too. So easy.
Easy, easy. We're
Yeah.
gonna put this
I'm gonna
in
go put
the
it
oven.
Oop, there's
Then-
a couple of rogue
Raisins.
raisins.
So we're going to put that in the oven. When we come back, we will pull it out of there and then let it cool. How long is it going to cool for, would you say?
It says before you ever dip it out to cool it for 10 minutes, but it's still going to be quite fluid at
Okay.
that point. It's not going to be in blocks so well. And then we're going to, well, we'll do it when we get back.
Okay, so when we get back, it'll be cooked and we'll be ready to let it cool for a while.
Sounds good.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Oh my goodness, this smells so good. I think it is done. We're gonna let it cool for a while and then we'll cut into it.
It certainly smells good.
It smells really good.
You smell the cinnamon in that as well.
Very much, very much. So I'm gonna cut it, it's still warm.
Okay.
Later, when we refrigerate it, you can cut it into squares and do it better.
So the thought is you would make this maybe the night before.
Yeah, or
And then
just
if
not
you're
worry about it.
taking it
you
to
know.
work,
Yeah, yep,
We're going
yep.
to slice it up
Yeah.
and see what it tastes
And now
like.
it is oatmeal, it's not a cake, it is
Okay.
oatmeal, so it's gonna be very moist, should be.
When you say carrot cake, though, it has some
It's
people...
called carrot cake because it has raisins, carrots,
Okay.
walnuts, that's why, cinnamon, that's
Sure.
why. But it's oatmeal.
Okay.
No mistaking, it is oatmeal.
So you've also warmed up some syrup.
Yeah, some maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
That adds a little sweetness to it. It's not very sweet on its own.
It'd be a little hard to take that
Of
to
course.
work, though, wouldn't it?
Well, I think I used to just take a really quarter cup Tupperware thing with the syrup. This is
Okay.
going to be really hard to get this first one out, so it's
Alright.
probably going to tear up, and that'll be fine.
That's all right.
It did. That's all good. Okay,
Excellent.
let's give it a try. We have not had this in a very long time.
You see the...
This is just for sweetener. It's not like a pancake or anything. It's just a little sweetener on it.
Smells better with that maple syrup on it.
Sure.
Smell the raisins, smell the
Everything.
oats, smell the walnuts
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
So give it a shot. Give it a try.
So even though it's very warm, it is holding together somewhat.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So when it's cold, it's going to really hold together.
All right.
Okay.
Let's give it a sample.
Oh, I like it.
I like it.
You think of it as oatmeal, just a different kind of oatmeal.
Yeah, if you're not expecting a carrot cake.
Yeah, don't be
But
expecting
it's
that.
not, it really spikes up oatmeal.
Exactly. It's like an elevated oatmeal. There are a lot of baked oatmeal recipes out there, and normally they use egg, and that keeps it together. It's still like oatmeal even then. But with this, you're able to do plant-based if you want plant-based. So,
I love it.
ooh,
I'm going back
I
in.
do too. Me too. Mmm.
So if you're looking
That's
for
so
something
good.
different, something that you can make, that is really good. Very
it?
hearty too.
Yes.
I could see
yes.
that with a cup of coffee or
Yes.
some plant-based milk.
Yes. Yes.
Very good. So, thank you for watching. If you've got a suggestion on what you want us to make next, or you have a question for the chef, feel free to post that as well. We'll try to get to those. I think that's definitely worth
Thank you. Worth a kiss.
a kiss, at least two maybe. I'm going for seconds.
We're grossing everybody out.
Yeah, we are. Especially the kids that watch this. They're going, Mom, Dad, stop that. All right, guys, take care of yourself, and thank you for subscribing and watching and commenting, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
I'm going back in.
I know.
That's really good.
It's really good. It's just like better oatmeal. Even though I love oatmeal, this is better.
It is.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
Yeah.